So earlier today, while I was out, I went to a grocery store and I picked up some food. Some people may be a little curious about what kinds of things I eat as a person who is mostly meat-based. So I'll be showing you that today in this video. Alright, so I think it's a good idea to start with the stuff that goes in the fridge or the freezer. So I saw these. They're about $1 more than regular eggs. If it has a different taste, different color or something, then I'll probably consider buying more of these. Got some cream. I always try to get the highest percent fat that I can find. So this is something I bought for the first time. I just want to try it because people say it's a good substitute for carbs, for noodles or for rice or something. So this is the kind of milk that I buy because I find it goes down the smoothest. It's tolerable more than other kinds of milks, and I like the way that it warms up. Alright, I do usually buy beef, and when possible, if I have enough money, for example, then I'll buy a really good kind of steak. Again, I'm new to this, so I don't really know what is or what is not considered steak. But these are enough, like the size is usually enough for me to feel satisfied. And when I do buy them, I always look to see if they have at least a good amount of fat on them. And this was just kind of new. I want to try different cheeses because I feel like the cheese I usually eat is not a good kind of cheese. Now, as for other types of protein, I almost always get this guy. Almost always. And this is the average price, the average size for a pack like this. I find it very tolerable to eat just as ground beef, but this one, even if I don't make a hamburger out of it, it tastes really, really good, just ground up with a hard-boiled egg or whatever. And then I do sometimes get shrimp if I have the money. Like what you're seeing now is a little bit of extra stuff that I don't usually do if I don't have the money. But yeah, I know shrimp is not the best because it's just simply not, but I like shrimp, so that's why I buy it and eat it. I started to notice that they give you free fat, which is awesome. So now on to some, not to say unusual buys. Okay, I like beer. I like this one, and there's another blue one that I really, really enjoy, so I buy these. I'm not supposed to have things like this, but actually I just realized this doesn't have any alcohol. Why did I buy this? It's just fruit juice with, like, flavors. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Oh, now I'm disappointed. I should have looked closer at before I bought it. Anyway, then we also have some Parmesan cheese. Tasty, tasty. Iwashi? I want to try things I don't usually eat because eating ground beef all the time is very, very boring. And I usually get fresh salmon, but I don't think the amount of salmon that I get when I buy those is so different from the canned. I think the only extra ingredient is salt, so it should be fine. Alright, and another few things that I got that I don't normally get, but I just decided to buy, are these little soups. And again, they don't have the best ingredients. I'm sure they're full of preservatives and weird stuff. But I don't worry about that as much. Most of what I am doing this for is that my stomach doesn't hurt. And I found that when I have these, my stomach just simply doesn't hurt, and they're not that high in carbs. So in days where I've been very good and I've only had meat, not too much dairy, not too much cheese, for example, this is a really nice way to just finish off the meal without worrying about having too many, like, carbs or whatever. Having some kind of chocolate is very useful when your sweet tooth attacks, and getting the highest percent cacao, I think I've heard that 90% is ideal. 85% is pretty close. And finally, I'll talk about the coffee. So actually, the reason why I bought so much stuff I don't normally buy is because I went to the Aeon Mall at Noritake. I like that one a lot. But in any case, there's this store that has decaf coffee. They have like these different varieties. This is really, really expensive. This is twice as much as this was. And it has this one has half the coffee in it. So take that into consideration. But because it was a new place, that's why I bought stuff I don't normally buy. It's nice to notice that they also did have a decaf. I don't remember ever seeing decaf at my local one, so that's why I grabbed this one too. But I bought this one before I saw this because I didn't expect that they would have it. The first time I bought this, actually, I think I still have one left. I'll show it to you. This deep blend, and I found it was very deep. So now this is interesting because it has like the taste of coffee, but of course, because it's almost caffeine free, I don't get as many of the jitters, and I don't sweat as much, and I don't feel as bad. I don't get like a twisty turny feeling in my tummy. And I usually do the drip coffee because it's convenient. I don't have a coffee maker, but it's, you know, that makes it more expensive as well. And just as a quick little thing, I actually made the coffee, and it doesn't have as good of a smell as the deep blend did. It certainly tastes like coffee, so I can't complain about that. But I think I do like the deep blend a little better. And I will be enjoying this with my breakfast. It's quite late. It's already 3. But I have some leftover scrambled eggs and bacon, so I'll be having that with my coffee. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and I hope to see you again in the next one.